Yeah, the dream be going there in person someday, I'd say. I'd love to do that, but I don't know Japanese at all. Like, I wouldn't be able to do much. I know a bunch of Japanese streamers though. I know a lot of, like, especially a lot of Kirby runners. Japanese Kirby community is huge. Hey, it's started. Oh enough, is it one of the gallery screen like picks for being in the game with like X amount of like iron percentage? I'm not sure which one this is though, but it's a good one. Love all the Samus helmets on everyone there. Very good. Oh, don't let me near the Pokemon there. If I ever go to Japan, don't let me near the Pokemon there. I will buy everything there. Also the Kirby Cafe too, but let me near that one. I need to eat. Oh, you got Fiery Heart. This game is a classic. It's so much. It's so good. I love this game. Alright, so I guess the intro of the run real fast. So I mentioned earlier, but Dirac has a 1:16.40 as a PB, 22nd on leaderboards, which is a very solid run to say at least. The biggest place you can save time is just like on like little movement things and like clean your boss fights, plus luck, of course. There's a lot of luck in this run. So yeah. Yeah, here we go. So Metroid Fusion. Game normally has like a 5-minute intro cutscene here, but we start from a file that has 000's in-game timer. So we skip all that, and that saves us 5 minutes already. But yeah, coming up here is actually the hardest room in the run already. We call this room the climb. It is the next room right now. It's gonna be a bunch of wall jumps in the row right here. Let's see how he does it. Oh, nailed it. There we go. Bam, easy. That was beautiful. Very, very good right there. First try on the climb too. No faltering at all. Those are some hard jumps right there. But yeah, so the biggest thing of this run too is that there's gonna be a bunch of navigation rooms everywhere. This game is very linear compared to other Metroid games, which is I'd say either good or a bad thing depending on who you ask. So there's these little navigation rooms that appear there everywhere where you talk to your friend Adam, who's inside the computer and stuff. They get through the text fast. There's a few ways to do it. Personally, I opt for mashing down and A simultaneously, like, because for whatever reason, mashing down also advances the text, so I just kind of do that. You can also just, like, you know, like, press A, hold it, so then press A again in his dialog box. That's also fast, too. Depends on what you want to do. I like to mash it, personally. But, yeah. If you're doing the press A method, like doing that, and press and hold A method, and, like, it's, you gotta be paying attention the whole time. I mean, you go into the movement tech a little bit, so to save like frames throughout the entire run, nice wall jumps there again. To save frames throughout the entire run, you can do a little spin jump and then shoot immediately get on top of the platform, which you see a drag to like occasionally. It saves a little bit of time because it allows you to just kind of move immediately, like a little bit faster. That's like the main movement tech in the run. Top runners, you'll be seeing them do that like everywhere basically. Like top to high level runners rather. Yeah, it's getting the atmosphere go crazy. It's so good. Some of my favorites in just any video game, really. With dialogue like this that's scrolling, though, you just have to hold A and then press A right at the end of it. Matching it is just strictly slower. Yeah, we're going up to the deck up here to get our first upgrade. Adam tells us to get to the missiles, and that's all we're going to do. Missiles are going to allow us to actually destroy a bunch of things here that we need to destroy. Like enemies, and this little pipe over to the right here. Yeah, since this is an 80% run, we're not going to be getting all 250 missiles. Yes, there are 250 of them for whatever reason. It's even more egregious for the power bombs. We'll get to those later. But yeah, he's going to be getting 2 missiles in the next area to the right over here on the way over to the boss fight, which is where the target is right there. You see on the map. You know, the boss fights it's like probably my favorite part of the speedrun of this game. It's what keeps me coming back after all these years, occasionally. The boss fights are like so cool in this run. Doing them fast and like reacting to luck as well too in the bosses. It's so satisfying. It really is. Some of the early game boss fights aren't really that as much. There's a lot of luck early on in the run because of that. A lot of resetting. And one of the biggest reset points actually come up right here, speaking of which. In the very next room, there's something called an eye door. So the eye doors can shoot between 0 and 4 beams before opening up to get hurt right there. And there we go. You got 0 beams right there for the first one. That's 1 beam right here. And there we go. Bam. What he's trying to go for here is called a double missile. The standing double missile is a little harder. You have to kind of like spin it up as soon as you get close to the ground and shoot it again at the right time to try and get like 2 missiles on the exact same like pixel and then do double the damage because of that. It's really hard to do a standing double missile. After all these years, I personally am not consistent whatsoever at doing that. I usually miss it when I go for it. Like 99% of the time probably, but yeah. Here's Arachnus. He's gonna mute. So it's bad luck if he rolls at you immediately like that. It's worse luck if he rolls again, which he did not, thankfully. And nice. And then as soon as you defeat a boss in this game, it turns into a Core X like this. And if you shoot 2 missiles inside inside the Core X at the same time, it'll do double the damage. That's called a double missile, which is also another fun aspect of the boss fights of this game. And always a nice little pace to optimize it. Now the thing with destroying those Core X's too is that you want to ideally destroy it right near where it's gonna like stop and give you the power that you get out of it. That's called hitting a sweet spot. Because the less it moves, and the less it's like invincible and stuff, the more time you save really. Because you can just collect it immediately and then move on. Core X sounds like a protein supplement. Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? Core X. Get swole with it. Get swole as Samus. Yeah. Samus gotta be pretty swole in general, so they'll move around that too as well as she does. That's for damn sure. Oh, by the way, we got the morph ball from Arachnus. That's what it gives you. It is very good. Morph ball is pretty neat, and looks like yeah, Darack's opting for a missile tank right here, which makes Sector 1 more consistent. It is slower to get this, but it does make Sector 1 a lot more consistent because you need like a lot of missiles to get through here. And ideally in the marathon setting, you don't get hurt here. But if you do get hurt in Sector 1, you do get less missiles. Oh, by the way, plot stuff right here. Don't get spooked. Do not get spooked. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just don't. Frick. Okay, I got spooked. I'm sorry. That's the SAX. So the SAX is your parasuit got taken over by an X-Parasite. And going to Metroid lore, X-Parasites are the things that are the natural enemies to the Metroids. So since you have Metroid DNA and stuff, they try to take over your suits, essentially just trying to get inside of you. But thankfully you got saved in the end by like a Metroid vaccine, really. So now you're good. Or so we thought, but not getting into red spoilers or anything. I know it's been a year since it came out, but game good. Game really good. But yeah. Play Metroid Dread as well. That game is godlike as well, just like this game is. But yeah, I mentioned earlier about Sector 1, how missiles are very important for this one. So you have to actually straight up you have to use a lot of them for enemies, but also for these 5 atmosphere stabilizers inside of it. You gotta shoot 3 missiles at them to destroy them. And the way you get missiles in this game is absorbing these X-Parasites that come down, in particular the green ones. However, if you're down health, you'll get less. The game will spawn you more like yellow X-Parasites, more anything else. I'm gonna start referring to them now as just yellow X's and green X's because it's easier. But yeah, you just want to like hope for that. If you have full health, the game will only give you green X's. I love this room, by the way. Oh, he's getting this E-tank for safety too. Interesting. It's kind of a slow one to get, but like, marathon safety. I understand that. I personally got 4 E-tanks when I was running this a lot more actively. I think Lucker gets like 1 extra one because Scotty's really good, but yeah. In this room, he's gonna do a mystery missile down and morph ball, so the missile falls faster at him, and just hope he gets lucky there, which thankfully he did. He went after so there are 5 space pirates in that room there, and They can randomly jump over to the right wall, and you account for 3 of them doing that. Usually I count for 4, so very nice stuff there. There's only 3 at a time, so very good. Thank you, Trace. I'm trying my best over here. I've run this game for a long time, so that helps a lot too. Yeah, Kevin has 9 missiles. He's down 8 health as well too. So hopefully he gets a nice little drop somewhere soon. The next room has a bunch of space pirates as well too. Thankfully they only die in 1 hit at this point, so it's not bad. It should be okay over here. Ideally you want a few more missiles along the way. You should get green X's right here though. Or the elusive red X, which did not happen in the end. There's a very, very, very small chance that one of those space pirates drops you a red X, or potentially even 2 red X's if you get really lucky. Which heals like something like 80 tanks and like most of your missiles. It's ridiculous. But it's very, very rare. And obviously you don't need that early on. But here's another Idor. He's gonna go for another double missile right here, I assume. You got good luck early on right there. Melee opened up. You're not getting the double missile though. They're really hard. But 2 beams right there, 3 beams, here we go. It's between 0 and 4 beams for each one of these passes here. So 3 beams is not bad. You got 1 in the first one, which is also pretty good too. Actually, no, I got 3 in the first one, I think, because it took me a few tries. Oh, he's going for that set for the doubles here. Oh, wow! Okay, that was incredible. I'm giving him a little clap myself. That was really good. Those doubles are not easy there too, but he looked at me. It looked very easy on that one. That is the first beam core X in the game. You'll see a few more of those throughout the entire run, but that's the very first one. This one gives you charge beam, which is the most broken ability in this whole game. I'm just saying ability like it's Kirby. It's broken power. I'm calling it power. But yeah, the vulnerability of the beam core X is only when its eyes are open, or when singular eye is open rather. So to be able to actually do double missile on top of it is really hard. When you shoot a missile downwards, the missile goes like a bit slower at the start of it. That's the main thing about it. So like that's a trick behind getting the double missile for that beam core X. Then right here is gonna do a little damage boost, and then charge beam right inside there, and bam! As you saw, that charge beam just destroyed that final atmosphere stabilizer in 1 hit. Which by the way, you can destroy that whenever you want, but it's faster on the way out of here. Yeah, the charge beam has 3 parts to it. So the very top and bottom of the charge beam itself, or is like kind of like a flare, but the actual middle part of it is the main charge beam. So there's like 3 parts to it, and if you put all 3 parts inside of an enemy or inside of like anything like that, it will just destroy it. It is very, very good. It's a broken ability in this game. That works for every single like upgrade of it too as well. You'll be seeing charge beam abused a lot, especially for boss fights, and especially on the upcoming one in Sector 4. That one especially is like really, really good at charge beam. Love that one. Is the 100% fusion run more interesting and such entertaining than the 100% Super Metroid run? They're both of their own merits, I'd say. The cleanup a section for Fusion Hundo is really, really cool though. I will say that much. Because you're kind of just getting IMs throughout the entirety of Fusion here and there, just if you're convenient to get at the time. But then when you get to clean up in that run, it's like straight up 20 minutes of just like pure movements with no interruptions, which is very rare for this game. So like it's really cool. But like it all depends on your preferences, I guess. I have my bias because I played this game growing up. I've experienced since 2014, late 2014. Like I have my bias of this game, but yeah, they're both really cool runs. Both worth like watching and running in general if you enjoy both the games. There's Sector 2. Each sector has its own different like modifier, notifier in general. That's what it is. So like this one is Sector 2 TRO, which stands for tropical. So there's a bunch of like vegetation everywhere. A bunch of things like that. A lot of insects and stuff, especially, including these enemies called Zoros. They're these giant red larvae you'll see here. Now, Dirac took an extra E-tank in Sector 1, so he does have a lot more health. But I will say, the Zoros do 45 damage to you when you hit them. So if you're not careful, those things right there, by the way. If you're not careful, they can just destroy you here, especially in Marathon saying. But he did take a safety E-tank, so it should be okay. Now, this next room's a little tricky because you got charge beam and then immediately shoot a missile, and then shoot 2 right here. That was good. If the Zoro's coming right towards you in general, then it's really hard to actually shoot both missiles at them. It's really easy to get hurt by them. But thankfully, that was no problem in the end. He got through that no problem. That was really good. And there's the first blue door, or there's the first door lock unlocked in the game. There are 4 of them you can be doing throughout the entire run. According to the lore of the game, every time you unlock a new door, enemies that couldn't get into previous areas of other sectors can now do so, which is pretty terrifying, honestly. Because that's gonna happen a lot, especially if the SAX roaming around everywhere. Big, scary, like, modified version of you that just wants to kill. Very scary stuff. Now it has more access to more parts of the ship here. So that's not good. Anyways, we got bombs now. Yeah! He's going for a Hundo Sax skip in this? I guess he could go. I guess there was a save before that they could do. But damn, okay, let's go. Might as well show off the marathon, I guess. Damn. Oh, that was good too. Oh, you got it twice now. Zoro's coming after you right there, and shoot those 2 missiles there. It's really hard to do that correctly. Good stuff. Bad luck there on those Zoras. They spawn on the left side there, covering the place you want to go. It's all good. There's a lot of enemy luck in general with this game. It's not like super prevalent a lot of the time, except for usually early on like this. There's like little things like the Zoros spawning on like the opposite side where you want them to be. There might be a blue Zoro down here too, which gives you a red X if you kill it. That'll probably be in your way too. Wait, no, it's only for Hundo. Never mind. It's like down there. Some chroma blocks over there. That's only a Hundo thing. I forgot about that. I've been watching Sky do some 100% spear in this game recently. He always goes down there because you have to for an E-tank. I love that last room there because all his enemies only really appear in that room for the most part. They're in one of the room that you might see later, but you probably won't see them. But yeah, I call them pancakes. They're just very like flat and tiny. We're making our way over to the boss now, over here. No swag missile. You can shoot a missile in between the ouch there. That's the name of the enemy, by the way. The thing that's crawling on the wall there. You can shoot a missile like right in between them. It's really funny. But yeah, so here's this boss. This is what's it called? I forget what it's called. I'll find my head. It's late. But yeah, it can jump between 0 and 3 times for phase 1 here. Oh, Zosby. There we go. Zosby. Ha, remember it first. Bam. It's Zosby. So now I can jump between 1 and 4 times for a second one. 0 jumps at the start is very good. 2 jumps right here, very nice. 2 jumps Zosby is very, very nice so far. So between 2 and 5 for the final phase here. 4 jump would be insane for Marathon. But so far I have a 3 jump, 4 jump. That's 6. That's pretty average luck, honestly. We take those though. We still take those by all means. And bam, double missile right there, and going right in the center. Oh, I missed it. A little off timing. That's fine. Just gotta bring the Koroks right to the center so you can get the sweet spot. And bam! And like that, he has high jump now. High jump / spring ball is what he has. Now I can get out of here and go to different areas. In a randomizer of this game, high jump is actually kind of essential. There's a few ways to get out of Sector 2 here, but high jump is essential to get out of Sector 2 essentially, which like if you come down to this pit down here, you can't really get out otherwise. But yeah, you saved right there because he is going for the SAX skip up here. It's very hard, but it saves 10 seconds if you get it. Instead of waiting for SAX to get out of this door over here to your left, you can just do this. I'll just let it speak for itself. Hopefully he gets it right here. Oh yeah, there we go. Bam, he got it immediately. There we go. Very nice. That's actually the 100% version too, because there's a way to do that in 80% with less E-tanks, but it's really, really hard and not really marathon safe at all. Unless your name is C-Sky-W, I guess. I think he went for that in like one of the races in GEQ one time. It was ridiculous. I forget though, it's been a while. Oh, good thing I had that charge beam there. That would have killed him, I'm pretty sure. Or have been close at least. But yeah, it used to be like thought to be faster to take the right side here, but it turns out if you go on the left side of this room and do auto movement, it saves about a second over going to the right side and just bomb the blocks up there. So there you go. Yeah, like the way to do it in 8% with less E-tanks is like you have to get frozen the same way and then hope SX doesn't really move for a second, like what happened there, and then like rather you don't get frozen at all. Never mind. You have to like jump over it with your spring ball, like when it shoots like an ice beam perfectly, and like you have like a very small amount of frames to do that, and then like dodge the missile it shoots at you, and like shoot the doors while 2 minutes it's on screen. It's ridiculous. It's really, really hard. I never even attempted to like learn it myself. It's ridiculous. But yeah, in 100% you actually have 40 tanks by this point. So, and thankfully the missile like that's SX shoots it only does three tanks of damage. So, yeah, it could be worse, I guess. Fun fact: this is the only sector we enter like going to the left rather than going to the right into the sector. Don't know why it's this way for Sector 4, but it's every other one. The navigation room, save room, and recharge room right at the start of it, go to the right out of the elevator instead of to the left. It's very weird. I don't know why it's like this. But regardless, it's my favorite sector. I love Sector 4. There's a lot of really fun movement strats in it. I love the boss we're gonna fight here too in a second, Ceres. They're really cool. I love the underwater section especially too. It's got the best music in the game. It's nice. There's also a lot of ways to do this room in general. What Dirac just did right there is called an R shots. Essentially, if you hold R while shooting, or if you hold a charge with your charge beam and then like spin jump and press R, you can without breaking the spin jump, you can shoot your beam by just pressing R, and it just conserves all your momentum and everything. It's very good. I always hate Ceres. I hate Ceres when I'm grinding this game, but like honestly like spearing it though, like in a marathon thing and like just showing it off, not caring about my PB at all, pretty much. I love the RNG in this game because of that. The RNG on boss fights is really cool in this run. It makes it really fun. But like grinding for it is kind of hell at times because there's a lot of luck to it. So I hate Ceres in that regard, but like in a marathon setting, this boss is awesome. I should really like it a lot. So I hyped it up enough already there. Ceres is actually dead. GG's. Nah, Ceres is actually taken over by next parasite, so we have to go and stop them over here. I assume he's gonna take the red X there. Yeah, very good. So the strat for this boss right here is we're gonna take this charge beam we have right here, go on the left side of its ladder up top, and then shoot it right inside Ceres like that. Very good. That's half its health gone right there. And now let's hope for good luck right here. Yep, and bam! There we go. There's the 2-round Ceres right there. Very nice stuff. Now we gotta go for the double missiles right here. Missed that one, but it's fine. Get another shot in this one without losing time. Misses right there though. That's a shame. Losing a little cycle, but it's all good. Very nice one. Very nice fight there from Dirac. Very good stuff. And with that, now a speed booster. We can officially go fast now. Let's go. Let's go. It's officially time to speed. Which yeah, that's how you use it. As soon as you run a certain amount of distance, you start going really fast, and you can press down to store it and do what's called a shine spark to go across the room, which again demonstrates for you right there. Only way to get out of here in general. You can't backtrack out of there. Unless his name is C-Sky-W. He does that in his 8% record. I was watching him do runs of that, like, recently. I didn't know you could do that with, like, bombs. That's cool. Funnily enough, bombs in this game respawn very slowly, so you can't actually do a regular bomb jump like you could in other Metroid titles. You can, like, bomb twice. You can, like... You like, get set up, like, one very small, like, tile, I guess. With a bomb jump, but it's like it doesn't send you high at all. Anyways, we're gonna lower the wire now to get out of here, and then we're just gonna. Oh, he does it that way. That's funky. It's faster, actually. Okay, so, I'll explain it later. It's better. But yeah, he's going for what's called low high right here. Got it though. Nice, very good. So essentially, what we did right there was when you normally do a shine spark, you jump a little bit off the ground and then shine spark. Which if you do that incorrectly, you just bonk on one of the platforms there, and you wouldn't be able to go through there. But if you bonk your morph ball on the ground just barely, then unmorph and then immediately shine spark. You start your shine spark a little bit lower, which allows you to straight up shine spark to the right there and not bonk on any platforms and save like a good like 5-ish seconds. Normally you have to like charge a shine spark through there anyways. Like after you land. It takes a little bit of time, but yeah. It was horizontal until just now. I guess to be fair, the diagonal one is a little bit swag there in that room. I've always thought it looked kind of cool, but the horizontal one is faster by a little bit. Back in the pump room back there, it's a little faster to hit the door all the way to the right for your shine spark, and then like start again like a few tiles away. But it is kind of cool just like walking up to the speed booster blocks there and just diagonally destroying it. For a while we thought that was faster, but it turns out it's like 2 seconds slower, I think. Second or two slower, really. But it looks cool, and that's the important part. And that's the important part, especially in a marathon. Do not forget that. Looking cool, doing swag strats in the marathon is the right time to do that. Is not go for a PB in a marathon. You're going for a PB and having fun and showing off the game you love, you know? Know what I'm saying? Good morning, Inspector. Yeah, now we're gonna go over here and get the upgrade for super missiles. But we have to, on the way, unfortunately, open up yet another door and yet another set of locks. So we gotta go do that real fast. So we're kind of in the bottom left of the map, so we're just gonna do this little shine spark over here. That spin always scares me because whenever I do it, I actually get one block short and miss it, so I never go for that, but very nice. Yeah, shine spark across the way here, and bam, we're good. And there's level 2 doors. Which, once again, via the lore of the game, the more you unlock these doors here, the more creatures can go into other sectors not supposed to be in, including the SAX. So, again, scary stuff. Doing strike strats to lose 10 seconds is the true way? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I ran Kirby in the Forgotten Land fresh to the queue earlier this year, and I went for a strat in one of the levels that looked really, really cool because you kind of just float over a giant lava pit, but it loses you like 2 seconds. But it looks really cool, and that's the important part. That's the formerly unskippable E-tank right here. We call in the community we call him Bob. Nice little morph ball jump there too. That's a little tight to do. You can skip it in the English version by doing a clip, which is English only. But can't do that in Japanese version. Japanese version overall is the faster version. It saves like 3 minutes to English via just faster text. And he's gonna go for Data Spark right here. Let's see if he'll do it. I think he set up for it, but I didn't see. I didn't get it. That's fine. You can like shine spark out of the data room there, but it's really hard, very tight. Yeah, you can skip it now in exclusively on the English version. Check out the 8% run of this game. I think they do it in that run, or at least 0% does it, because it used to be 1%, now it's 0%. Anyways, this is Box right here. This is the security robot. This few ways to do this fight. It looks like he's going for the inside method, I guess. Just gonna shoot a bunch of missiles, just gonna damage just to shoot a bunch of missiles inside of him, like that. And he doesn't move very far at all, and he's done. Very nice fight right there. There are faster ways to do that if you're like going for old Decker and stuff, but like that way seemed pretty safe, and we take those obviously. You can go for the cool shine spark on the bomb block there. Boo! I'm kidding. Skip on Japanese except really hard? I did not know that. How you do in Japanese? I actually did not know you can skip in. I thought it was only I thought it was only in English. Oh wait, no, you're talking about the no, I know what you're talking about, never mind. You're talking about like the what's it called? The Spidey Whitey thing. Like where you do the shine sparks on like the pixel like corner and like store it there. You're talking about like the multiple frame perfect tricks in a row, 7 frames of leeway trick to go around. No, never mind. Through that, no. Yeah, you can skip it that way, but why would you ever do that? Especially in current year. 6 frames, thank you, yeah. It's a trick that I'm glad is not a thing that's done anymore, because it was a trick for a while that I think only a handful of people ever did before, you know, the clips in English were found. So, yeah. I did RTA. A few people did RTA. Spy UI was the first one, like a long time ago. I think Curry Master did as well too at one point. And like a few other people did. Maybe Eagle did. I forget. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since I thought about that strat, actually. I completely forgot about that one until you mentioned it. I know there's only like a handful of people ever like actually successfully did it in real time. But yeah, Sector 6 time. Sector 6 parentheses NOC, knock for nocturnal. That's what this area is. As you can see right here, there's these blue X's here, they're ice X's. You don't have the various suits, so if you run into them, you take 80 damage, which is a lot. Currently Dirac can only take 4 of those right now, so you gotta be careful. And for this upcoming part right here, you do need 3 missiles for it. In particular, 3 super missiles, because you cannot destroy those purple things there without a super missile. Go there early with a missile, and it just tinks off of it. But yeah, along the way, you're just gonna be shooting all these ice X's, no problem. Now, one thing I love about this game is that notice how the ice X's are very aggressive towards you right now. Just take note of that in the back of your minds. It's really cool. Just take note of that right now. I'll bring it up after the boss fight is done. But just know they're just programmed to come towards you immediately and just be very aggressive and try and just absorb right into you, because they know they can just do that. Also, that E-tank there loses 0 seconds to get because the bomb explodes during the cutscene there. So yeah, but yeah, cutscenes. SAX time. They're gonna come in here and power bomb, and we're just gonna leave. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get hit by the power bomb and then shoot towards it to just kind of bait it, and then ideally just jumps over you and then go right down into the next door and just leave. There we go. No problemo. Now there's a few hidden ice X's in this little part right here, like that one there. I was afraid. But now here's the boss fight right here. And thankfully now we don't have to use a charge beam to hit the eye doors anymore. There is still luck, but all you do now is just use a super missile. Doesn't matter where you shoot it from. Just one super missile is fine. Here, this is time for the Giant Core X. It absorbed the various suit data and is now huge for whatever reason. The strategy is go inside of it and shoot the charge beam, deal a damage boost right inside while it comes towards you. Get some weird luck right here. Unfortunately, got 5 shots too. Ideally, get 4 shots on it. It's dead. It happens. It's a weird fight of how it works. There we go. And now there's actually no walls to like jump off of here to set up a double missile. So what Drax is doing is what's called a jump extends. He's kind of shooting and then immediately spin jumping and then just doing it over and over again. Got one right there, by the way, doing that. I got one right there for swag at the end too. That was 7 shots on the Core X instead of 6 for no reason. All I need is 6 to destroy them. But yeah, if you do it correctly, you just kind of stall in the air for just enough time for you to actually get a double missile on them. And now check out they have the various suit and I6 is no problem. Check them out in this room. They're gonna come towards you and immediately just get absorbed inside of you. But check them out in the room after this. Like in the room after this one here. And we'll just I'll wait until the end of this part. This detail is so cool. It blew my mind as a kid as well too, playing this game. Yeah, they're just running away from you now. They're terrified. They knew. They know now. You're no longer a threat. You're no longer a threat to them. They're no longer just trying to save their hide anymore. Save their goo. Whatever I want to say. It's so cool. I'll always point that out. It's one of my favorite things about this game. It's one of those details they didn't have to put in, but they just did. It makes the game a little better. So Dragon's not going. So there's a missile you can get for free. It's not too slow inside that wall there. To the left, they just jump past. Dragon did not get that though, so we'll see which one he gets instead later. You do need like a good amount of missile. We usually get at least like 2 more missile tanks, I think, before the end of the game. Unless he's just really confident in not missing missiles either. But we'll see what we get soon. For now, we've gone to every sector except for one, which is Sector 5, so we're gonna go over there. See the way the Yakuza. Oh, that might be a good one. Might be a good one. Emma Elevator is one I always get personally. That's a really easy one. Emma Elevator plus like the one by the animals over there, plus also the one on the way back to Speed Booster. Those are 2 easy ones. Not sure if there's getting any other ones beyond that though. I personally have like 45 usually for this run. That's just me though. He already has more E-tanks than I normally have at this point in the run. Oh, small little thing too is like now that you have Speed Booster, you're kind of just going through each of these areas here with Speed Booster active. So ideally you want to like jump on like directly on top of the elevator to save a little bit of time, like kind of fidgeting to press down to go down it. It's hard to do that correctly. But the more you do that, the more little time you save, you know? Like, frame savers are really prevalent everywhere in this run, and saving the frames everywhere is just overall equals to like many minutes of time save sometimes. Yeah, Yakuza one's a good one too. Might get that one. We'll see. Yeah, I personally like Sector 5, especially his first visit here. His first visit's really cool to me, like doing it correctly and everything. A lot of just really fun movement in general, I'd say. A lot of charge shots. A lot of just super missiles for now. Except, I say for now, but the thing we're getting right here in this sector is actually the ice missiles. So supers lasted 2 sectors, pretty much. And fortunately now with the ice missiles, as soon as you shoot it onto an enemy, you freeze the enemy and it takes 2 hits to kill now instead of 1 usually. Even if it does enough damage to kill it, it'll still freeze it moreover, then it will just, you know, kill it. The freezing overrides the actual kill itself, that's what I'm trying to say. So, it'd be like that. It's kind of silly. I wish it wasn't like that in this game. If I have a complaint about this game at all, it's probably that. But it is what it is. For now, you have to unlock the level 3 doors to get over to the data room that has the ice missiles inside of it, so... Once again, more creatures that you don't want in other sectors can now go into those sectors. Just how it is. Creepy stuff. SX now acts as more parts of the ship. Or space station, rather, not the ship, you know what I mean. The BSL Space Laboratories. Biological Space Laboratories. BSL. Lore. Place we're on. Anyways. If you hold a charge shot through a door transition and then let go of it during a door transition, you shoot on the first frame to get out of there. So shooting diagonally up right there allows you to just kind of shoot that little switch there on top of the wall or on top of the ceiling, no problem, and get through there without like blocking on the doorway. That's a cool thing I've mentioned until now. Relevant right there. But yeah, ice missiles, we got those now. It can freeze enemies, which is good for a few things. Really useful, especially in 100%, where there's a lot of puzzles around that, but not the most useful thing otherwise for like an 80% run, because it kind of makes it so you can't get past some. It's a little hard to get past some enemies, but that's all part of the challenge, you know. It's all part of the challenge. See, like I said, another puzzle right there. There's a lot of freezing enemy puzzles in this game for like getting items and stuff. That was not for getting an item though. It just kind of demonstrated what ice missiles do to you. Yeah, now we're just gonna get out of there. And don't get spooked, chat. Don't get spooked. Ah! There's a creepy thing going on in the background here, but don't worry about it. It'll be okay. He's just a friend. He's just a friend. He just wants to have fun. Just want a little hug. Now it's time for the infamous emergency section here. Infamous, famous. I like this section personally. I think it's pretty cool. So, the SAX has initiated a meltdown on the ship, and it'll explode in about 5 minutes. It is a Metroid Fusion tradition to spam emergency and Franker Z in the chat until the end of this section, until they hit the switch. So I recommend y'all also do the same thing too. Just go nuts and just. It's not my channel, I can't really say it, but at least post it once. At least post emergency and Franker Z once in the chat. Just yeah. Go crazy if you want. I don't know. Do you. Also 6 minutes. But yeah, thankfully it's only in sector 3 there because the other doors are locked. So that's pretty cool, I guess. We gotta get all the way to the very end of it, to a part of the sector we not traveled to yet. Because we couldn't before. We didn't have the very suits. And we need the very suit to get through here. So yeah. We don't want the space station to explode. I like this place. I think it's pretty cool. There's a few cool strats you can do along the way down here too. For instance, there's 2 of these stretchies on the wall here, so he's gonna shoot 2 missiles right here. At both of them, there you go. Bam, just doesn't get hurt by them or get stopped by them at all. It's little things like that that save time throughout the run here. Little strats like that. It's always really cool. They'll explode in the end. Shh, spoilers. That's fine. It does blow up in the end though anyways, but you know, how is Sam supposed to know that before it happens 40 minutes from now? For now, like in the narrative of the game, she wants to keep this place around in general. So yeah. Later on in the game, she determines that you need to blow it up now. But for now, though, as it is, gotta keep it alive. What, the animals? They escape. The animals are alive at the end of this. Oh, cool strat right here. If you spam 3 missiles immediately into the room right here, for whatever reason, it's consistent, but one of those hopper enemies will always be slightly above the ground there. You can just kind of jump off of them. And speaking of jumping off of things, we're gonna jump off a wall right here and hopefully get a double missile on top of this thing. Very nice. Very good right there. And another nice double. Very good. Double. Hold the cheese. Delicious. Very good stuff. Shouts to In-N-Out. And no more emergency and Franker Z in the chat. Thank y'all for spamming it. Or posting it at the very least. Thank you very much. We now have wide beam, which just widens our beam. Simply enough. That's all it does. It's not even a damage upgrade. It just makes our beam wider. It's kind of useless, but it looks really cool. It's like little ovals, and it sounds very satisfying. I think it's pretty neat. Not as cool as the very next beam upgrade we're getting, which is Plasma Beam, but the white beam is kind of cool looking. I've always liked how it looks. It's all purple too. Purple's a nice color. It's my second favorite behind blue. It's very cool. It's pretty useless. I'm trying to justify it, alright? For now, I call this part kind of the ASMR section of the run, because after that giant, loud... What's he doing? Okay, he's trying to jump off of the wall there, but he just gave up on that strat for a little bit. Yeah, I call this kind of the ASMR section, because like after that giant's like meltdown section where everything's really loud for a while, we restored the peace, and now it's just kind of quiet for like a few minutes. Music's very somber in general. You know, it's kind of nice. It's pretty nice, honestly. And yeah, jumping on those enemies and freezing them is also faster, and just go up the ladder normally there too. So we just do that on the way out. They couldn't get. I think they were like kind of in prison in Super Metroid, or like trapped in that one area. So that's why we came in to save them in Super Metroid. But like, it's really the same deal in this game. They were like kept in a zoo in this game. We'll see them soon actually. They're kept in like kind of a little zoo. But since they just kind of let out, they're very intelligent. It goes straight to our ship. They have the instinct to do that because if for a reason they just kind of fly the ship too. Yeah, it's kind of funky, but it's cool. But yeah, funnily enough, we're actually life signs were detected on the habitation deck, which is where we're going to right now on the main deck. So we're gonna go do that. This part of the run's a little quiet in general. A lot of back and forth. We're taking this elevator twice in a little bit. It's pretty nice though. Not a whole lot of optimization, I'd say, in this section. There's a few things when we get to the habitation deck, but like in between is not a whole lot. Kind of how it is. But once you get power bombs after this section here in Sector 5 again, then that's when things start to ramp up a lot more. That's the way I see it, at least. There's a few strats you can do to get up to this next room fast. I think the one I'm gonna like hope that he goes for is that you like wait like a second in the beginning of the room there, then do like a wall jump and then like shoot immediately downwards. I was going for the jumping stand. I used to go for this one back in the day. Yeah, you just jump stand across and then grab the ledge there and then freeze the enemy that spawns there too. There's a few faster ways to do that one, but that's the one I learned way back in the day. It's a very nice setup. Now, if you line yourself up correctly right here, you can store a Shine Spark after breaking the Speed Booster block and go up that passage there, no problem. Now we save the animals, which, fun fact, how long it takes for the animals to actually come out of the cage here is completely random, and you got like really good luck there. Oh my god, okay. Instant animals, oh my god. That's like a good 5-second save there, honestly. That was incredibly good animals. It's the blue monkeys there, I forget what their names are. They're either Egg-kuns or Dachoras, one of those. When the third monkey comes out, then the emu-looking thing comes out, and the little guy will come afterwards. So like, yeah, all depends on how fast those monkeys come out of there, pretty much. And they came out of there instantly, all three of them. Incredibly good marathon luck. You can soft lock that? What the heck? I didn't know that one. That's wild. Yeah, if you skip the animals somehow, still saving them, which you do in the 8% run of this game anyways. You don't even go that part of the run. You don't even go that part of you warp to the end by now. It's GG's for the 8% run at this point. As far as I'm aware, at least. I could be wrong about that one. I've not seen 8% run this game in forever, like a true 8% run. Which, I guess I might as well explain that real fast. Technically, this is not 8%, this is 8% no memory corruption. Because 8% in this game uses what's called memory corruption on the English version of the game to clip at, and also clips on the English version, which are exclusive, to kind of just rewrite the memory of the game and take you right to the very final flag, like right before the Mega Metroid. I don't know how it works, but like, you'd like do it in Sector 5 at some point in the game, and you have to destroy some block in particular to make that happen. If you do it all correctly, you just like go right to the end. It's cool. It's really cool. It's nice. It's a nice novelty run. But this category here, 8% of the memory corruption, is like it's a solid category. It's what got me into the game way back in the day. Can't go wrong with it. But now we're back in Sector 5 and go back to the same data room again to get the power bombs, and then we're good from there. I'm just gonna get back out of here again. Different message goes away automatically. Dang. I had no idea about that one. Oh, he's going for this. Ooh. This saves 1 second. It looks really cool. And bonk. Bam. Very nice Shine Spark right there. I say it's 1 second to do that, but it's really cool looking. So who cares? I love Metroid Fusion Nimble Ninja. It's one of my favorites. I've speared this game since like 2014. It's so much fun. I love this game. Now I got power bombs. But bam! If you hold R while in the morph ball and press B, you just explode everything. Power bombs are one of the best ways to find items in this game if you don't know where they are. And in like pretty much any Metro game they're in. It's real blocks that you don't know about here. Such as the one down here. Bam! And now over here is another SX. Is actually I think the first SX chase section. they spawn right behind you in the room and they shoot an ice beam towards you, so you gotta get out of the way of it right here. There we go. Very nice. Didn't even see the SX at all. That's how good they are. Didn't even see it. There's level 3 doors once again. It's very pressed, so it's no worries at all. Now it's gonna get out of here. Pretty much the same strats as before to get out of here, except we're gonna use the power bomb once you get back to the big room to get to kind of use a shortcut to get through it instead. I guess while we're getting out of here, I might as well say for new people in the chat that you're watching currently the English restream of RTA in Japan, which is a Japanese speedrunning marathon. Currently, this is the second last run of the marathon here, Metroid Fusion, and after this is a Donkey Kong Country 1 through 3 relay. Or is there a race? One of those. It'll be really cool. Stick around for that too. It's gonna be a really fun one. Let me just see it actually. Is there a race? It's a relay. Let's see. It says relay run. Okay. We'll see what happens with that. I see only 3 runners marked on the actual like sheets, so we'll see what happens with that, I guess. But yeah. That message right there says, simply enough, Samus, please return to your ship. So we're going back, and that's all it says. Oh, I have import information. There we go. Bam. Don't know why Adam couldn't tell us the information right there in the navigation room, but it is what it is. I mean, I know why, but you know, we just gotta go along with it. Go along with the narrative I'm kind of spinning here, you know. Yeah, we're gonna go back into our ship, no problem. Sure, nothing bad will happen here. Oh, beans. Elevator shut down. Well, okay, we're gonna go through here to get through it. Get some quick maintenance real fast. There's Frozen Ridley. Technically, this is actually the real Ridley right here because I'm not gonna say it's soul, but like the power that it gives you later just kind of spawns out of it. I guess he's getting this missile here. That's very strange. Because like you could just go through his future blocks, but I guess he's getting that for safety. It's whatever. Let's go in to get to. Placing that power bomb right there, so you can just shoot it off right there while you go into the doorway, no problem, and then go right into the ship. Now the reason for going into the ship here that Am says is to point out the fact that all the animals are here. You'll see them in a second here on like the top right. It's very cool. they're kind of vibing. Also, Dirack did a little safety save there. I assume it's just for the marathon. But yeah, commentary is good. Thank you. I've done a lot of commentary for marathon runs in general myself, of this game and also other games that speedrun too. Might have seen me in GEQ before. Not running this game, but other stuff. He did save, yes. I've done this a lot, is what I'm trying to say. I know how to talk sometimes. But yeah, right now he's going over. So the power is kind of just like overgrown by vegetation right now. So we're trying to kind of figure out what's going on with that. So like the doors currently don't work or anything. So thankfully there's no doors you have to open up on the way over here. There's always space pirates here, which are no longer defeated by 1 missile. They take a few missiles now. And also sometimes a charge beam too. If you place a power bomb here, allows you to just kind of destroy a bunch of blocks along the way too. Otherwise you don't have to blow up. And right here, nice, perfect luck there. So now here's the Yakuza fight, which is one of my favorite fights in the game. So Yakuza spawns at the very top of the room right now, and if you scroll the screen and shoot missiles will actually hit them because they're currently like charging a fire attack to hit you. And now it's random how many times the Yakuza comes down or not. Ideally, you get 1-round Yakuza, but currently he's working on a 3-round right now. Yeah, 3-round Yakuza. That's a pretty middling look. Worst is 4-round there, so not bad. And now it's second phase here is random where he goes around here too. He's just gonna drop a thing below him here too, whenever he like stops spinning, which gets in the way of your missiles usually. So you just kind of have to. It's kind of react to him here. It's pretty hard. That was very nice. And then of course now he has the double missile. Let's even get it right here. A little refresher. You shoot 2 missiles on the same frame. We have a little set for it where you kind of just do a jump after shooting one of the missiles. And bam, there we go. Now we have space jump. That was very good there from dgedarack. Very nice stuff. Yeah, Zero Beam 3-round's pretty good. Zero Beam especially is really good there too. But not especially. 3-round Yakuza is bad luck, but hey, Zero Beam offsets it a little bit. We take those. Carmen makes it sound like I have run this before. I've run this many times before. I've run this a lot before. I love this game. This game's so good. Okay, now we gotta figure out the source of the vegetation here, because there's still no power, and that's the problem. But we did find space jump. Now we can kind of jump infinitely like this, and that's pretty cool. So we're going over here to Sector 2 now. This is a little shortcut over to Sector 2. And the only way to get here in general. And unfortunately, SX is here for us too. Oh gosh, oh frick, oh beans. I keep saying oh beans. That's my thing recently, I guess. But yeah, you can freeze her right there, and then just jump over here. There's a missile block right here, guys shoots as well. Careful of the ice beam, that got really close. Very nice stuff though, and they're gone. Almost get by the stinger of the enemy there, which does more than any take of damage, so you gotta be careful with that one. So they currently have it's currently 5e tanks, so yeah. Does work? No, this game is all like one giant map, but actually actual progression in this game in general is all pretty linear compared to the Metroid games. So like the game kind of just tells you where to go, but there's one giant map you can just kind of go on in general. It's like 0 beams on that target once again, so very nice. Now for this boss fight right here, if you stay on the very right side of the platform, for whatever reason the left flower there just never shoots at you. Another fun fact too is that the power bombs actually work on this boss fight. Power bombs don't usually work on those boss fights, or on boss fights in general rather. But power bombs work here for whatever reason. Also, this fight's usually why you have so many missiles in general in this run. And bad luck there, dang. You got a bunch of yellow X's and 1 green X right there. Should be able to get... Yeah, he couldn't go for another double right there. Did he get one before? He did. Okay, cool. He got 1 double. We take those. And now he's got my favorite beam in the game, the plasma beam, which sounds really cool. Even when charged, even when just shooting it normally. It's really cool. I love the plasma beam. I was gonna say too, it's my favorite section of the run in general. I think it's most runners' favorite section overall. Because it's just like a bunch of boss fights over and over again, and the boss fights are just the best part of this game. Especially in a speedrunning setting. They're so much fun. Yeah, Yakuza and Nightmare is just the best. It's just so much fun. It really is. I love it. The person on the right is playing. I think that's Dirac, if I recall. I can't tell from here. They both look. Wait, no, it's definitely the person on the left. Yeah, never mind. The person on the right's commentating. They both run the game. I saw the other person's name on the leaderboard. Their time is actually slightly better than mine, if I recall. Yeah, Vanilla Zaki, they're actually 1 place above mine. 4 seconds better than my current PB. That's kind of funny. There you go. That's what I noticed earlier when I was looking at the leaderboards. But yeah, now we're going to one last little trip to Sector 5. Because turns out Nightmare, the thing that this big shadow that was moving around the background of Sector 5 a little bit ago, is now terrorizing the place. Now we know what that is, and they're big and scary, and they don't like us. Yeah, Dirac has a 11640, which is very good. 11602 also very, very good. Yeah, cool little Shine Spark right here. If you've never seen this one before, buckle up. This is a very cool one. Hopefully he gets to this. You store a Shine Spark right up here, and then weave your way down through the enemies over here. Like, oh, you missed it. Oh no. Gotta go for the backup then. That's fine. The backup is also cool. So you line up right there on the very edge of that part there, and then bam, and then whee, 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 and bonk. You go through 2 more rooms there if you do that optimally, but unfortunately mess it up. But it's all good. It happens. It's tricky. This is a speedrun, yes. He's trying to beat the game as fast as possible. He's doing a good job so far. So, classic Metroid game design thing right here. Oh my gosh, the water is so slow. Oh, I hate it. It's so sluggish. If only there was a better way to get through it. Well, turns out there is. Introducing gravity suits. It's the thing that Nightmare's gonna drop as soon as we defeat them. He's going for a safety save here, funnily enough. Guess he doesn't trust Nightmare, so that's fair. It is a marathon run after all. The goal is just to beat the game. Of course, being it fast too, but that goes without saying. Yeah, and zero beams? Oh my god, I predicted it. Let's go. I'm psychic. Gonna buy a lottery ticket tomorrow. Here's Nightmare. So the first phase of Nightmare is him moving around really quickly on the right side, but if you just shoot a charge shot at the right spot at the start of this fight, plus a missile, it'll just go immediately in the second phase, where he starts like manipulating gravity and just making missiles go nowhere. But if you keep shooting charge shots like this over and over again, 4 times, then... Oh, missed that one a little bit, that's fine. Then I get to see in the third phase immediately, where the mask's gonna come off right here, and you gotta shoot a bunch of missiles right at its alien face there. Game lags here usually, especially on Wii U Virtual Console when he's playing on. Actually lags a little bit more here. And now he's gonna manipulate Nightmare's movement a little bit. Got kind of a weird pattern from Nightmare though, but I think it makes this one work. Oh no, this is a weird one. He didn't make it work as well. That's fine. It's a little strange to do it, but should be able to take him out right here, I think. I forgot to say a flashing light warning for when Nightmare actually like dies. Forgot to say that one. My bad, Nat. But good look back right now. Can you get the triple double here? Oh, I missed it. That's fine. At this point in the game, every single like core X can be done like in 3 cycles, which using 2 double missiles. I call it triple double. It's really satisfying to get, but that was very good too. I think I got 2 double missiles in there. We absolutely take those. And a little refresher course once again. Double missiles are where you shoot 2 missiles on the same frame. We have a little step for doing that by shooting a missile then jumping up immediately afterwards, or a little before it maybe. I forget. Muscle memory is a funny thing. But yeah, essentially there's a way to do it like consistently on all the core X's. We try to set for that every time. And then we're just gonna go over here to the right and set up a Shine Spark to get through these blocks now. And because we have Gravity Suit now from Nightmare, we can just go through the wire, no problem. It's almost done. There's about like 15-ish, 20 minutes left. Somewhere like that. Somewhere in that ballpark. He's looking great. He's looking good right now in his estimate, I'd say. He doesn't mess up anything too major in general. So we take those. My guess is that he's probably on like a 117 pace, maybe 118 pace, something like that. Because he's taking a lot of things like slowly with safety strats, so that's my guess at least. But who knows? Just someone Nightmare 2 saved this run. That's very good. He's been having a good run so far. He's had some really good luck, especially on like the eye doors. Not the first couple eye doors, but like after that, it's been like pretty much like 0 or 1 beam, which you love to see. Really, you really do. Yeah, right there is the very final set of doors to unlock. The level 4 doors, the red ones. And according to the lore of the game, once again, I'll say it for the final time, the more you unlock those doors, the more creatures that are not supposed to be in certain sectors just kind of show up there now. And the more area that the SAX can actually go through, which is the more terrifying thing, really. So now they can go anywhere in the ship at this point. And you did that. You! Not the person watching, but Samus. The person you play as in the game. Love all the movement stuff like this in the run too. This trick's really cool because like I didn't know about this as a kid, but you can just kind of like use your Shine Spark to go through this giant stretchy thing. It normally blocks you right here. There you go. Or rather your speed booster there. And that's really cool. I didn't know that as a kid. Normally I have to like go into that room and speed boost the other way to break some blocks there. It's really cool. Yeah, I love this game. Unfortunately, though, I don't love the next upgrade here, the fusion missiles. Kind of a useless upgrade in general, but it looks really cool. It makes a very excuse me, it makes a very funny sound. And that's what I love about it. That's all you need, really. Just like charge beams, if you shoot it into a doorway, it'll be fully charged as soon as you get out of it. Yeah, it seems a really great speedrun too. There's like no glitches in this run pretty much that's used in a normal like 8% run here. So it's all just like little movements, like and like beating bosses very fast. It's very good. Yeah, I think emulators are allowed on leaderboards for this game too, as long as you use the right emulator and stuff, so yeah. It's very cool. There's also a randomizer for this game too, that's also very fun. Come from personal experience in that one. Commentary makes it there? Hey, thank you. I'm trying my best here. I know a lot about this game. I'm always happy to commentate games like this that I know and love, honestly. I commentated Klonoa and Star Fox Assault earlier for his marathon too, and like, absolutely gushed about it as well. Surprise, surprise, something happened in this game too for me. Whoa. Yeah, back to Sector 6. It's actually think the final elevator we take until the very end now. So we're gonna do that. We have to go down another path we haven't gone down before in general. And go fight a cool little fellow we've seen before, but now they're a little more powerful. Get an R shot right here to hit this door, so you can just keep space jumping through it. Or actually, that's actually called space boost, is what that is. Using a speed booster and a space jump at the same time, just kind of go through really fast. Sector 6 is a little bit annoying because the enemy placements are very random in all these rooms. Those puffers there, which if you destroy, like puff out a bunch of like smoke at you that hurts you, and, like disorients you for a second. Those things right there, see? It just did that. Those things are like kind of, they randomly spawn in like every room that they're in. So it's kind of annoying to deal with them and like get around them without getting hurt. But it is what it is. This like lower area of Sector 6 though, there's like there's just room with all of them in them, and that's really about it. Yeah, I don't like dealing with them personally. One of the more annoying enemies in this game, but like they're not. It's fine. Warning: no entry without authorization. Now he shines for back up over here, and it's really cool. Bam. But right over here now is nice fusion missile. Right over here is Box. We fought Box back in Sector 3 when we got super missiles. Now we're gonna find him right here in this more confined space where it's really hard to kind of move around. He's gonna shoot missiles at us now too, which he didn't before. So we're just gonna ideally shoot like a missile at him diagonally right here and then 3 below, but it's really hard to get the throw in sometimes. We got it there. Should be dead right here. Very nice, very good. And now he's gonna kind of bait out this. It's gonna kind of bait out this Beam Core X. It is possible to actually get a double missile on this Beam Core X, but it's very hard due to how low the ceiling is. You can do it. It's basically like a frame-perfect trick, but you can do it, apparently. I also love the gaming community. Speedrun community is top tier. I've been a part of it since 2014. I absolutely love the speedrun community. No matter what I do in life, it'll always be there for me at this point. But yeah, the wave beam is what we got now from Xbox. There is what we call it. We got the wave beam now, which allows us to shoot beams through walls. It's our final beam upgrade. Looks really cool. Shoot a bunch of corkscrews everywhere, a bunch of springs maybe, whatever you want to call it. Now we're entering this restricted area here, not supposed to be in. There's the alarm going off here. There's a bunch of Metroids. Different types right here. There's like the Alpha, Gamma, Zeta, and Omega Metroid right over there. And also the baby. I guess technically it's just a regular Metroid there. You're not supposed to see this. Not supposed to be here. And the SX also is now here because of us and unlocking level 4 doors. So good job, Samus. But the Metroids that are here though, they do take out the SX right there because Metroids and X-Parasites are the natural enemy of the Metroids, and it's kind of like rose up and defeated the SAX there. So GG's, beat the SAX. Woo! Yeah, we're good, right? They exploded in that little part of the ship that ejected. We're good, right? No problem. No, actually, problem. Turns out, just like regular X-Parasites, they do actually multiply, and that includes the SAX as well too. So. Adam informs us that there may be as many as 10 SAXs on board right now. Like they're roaming around. just a narrative thing. You're not gonna see 10 of them roaming around normally by exploring all the ship, but yeah. So that's a thing. That's a thing that's happening. And now, after escaping from that restricted area blowing up, we're going to Sector 1. Finally, after an hour of this game, we're back in Sector 1. The very first sector we went into, and also the very last one we're going into as well. Barely got that that Ripper there at that fusion missile. That's kind of funny. Okay, charge the fusion missile into this room here, so you can destroy the 3 missile blocks right there in that part of the room. Power bomb right into that ladder, so you can blow it up as you're going through there. And then this room is really cool. This is actually the one glitch in the run. So we're gonna spawn a bunch of golden pirates here, and then if you shoot the golden pirate for charge beam and turn around, the game detects you as looking at the back of the golden pirate there. So it's actually the one glitch in the run that's used. It saves a few seconds doing that rather than like going around them and shooting them in the back. I don't know why it works like that. It's just a funny programming thing, I guess. Maybe an oversight of some sort. It's really cool. I'm glad it's in the game. That's all I'm saying. 2 beams of Ridley. Oh, by the way, loud warning for Ridley. If you're asleep, wake up. You're about to. But yeah, so for Ridley, all you gotta do is shoot a bunch of charge beams at them. Charge beams do more damage the more, like, I guess pixels that goes over Ridley. The more space goes to Ridley, really, the more damage you do. So ideally, you shoot diagonally at Ridley to do more damage. And also, of course, a missile after the charge shot too to do a little more damage beyond that. As a kid, I exclusively beat Ridley with missiles because I didn't know charging was so good. But I remember that in particular there. And now this is actually the only fight in the entire game, or the only core X in the entire game where you had diffusion missiles for it. So dumb missiles like the one you just got right there are really hard because the more missile upgrades you get in the run, the faster your missile actually shoots. So you got one diffusion missile double right there, and that's really hard. So good job, Durack. Let's go. Very nice stuff to him. Yeah, that was a really crazy double. You guys only use missiles for this? That's funny. I love that. Yeah, I only used missiles for that fight as a kid. It took me forever. It took me like 120 missiles or something. It was ridiculous, but charge beam is broken for that fight. It does so much work. But yeah, we now have screw attack, and that's the final upgrade we're getting in the game. Now we now explode certain blocks and break certain and destroy certain enemies that we couldn't destroy before. So there we go. 100 missiles, thank you. I knew it was like in the hundreds somewhere. It's a lot for sure. Not a lot of charge beams though, yeah. Base Rippers you couldn't destroy before throughout the entire game, now you can, and now you can break the screw type blocks, and this is actually the choke point of the run. Not choke point, but like this is the point of the run where if you're running 100%, you now break off from 8%. 8% goes to the left over here, as you see right here, but 100% actually starts going to the right there, clean up sector 1. So there's a little fun fact for you. We're doing 8% though, so we're just going to the right, to the left here, and going straight to the navigation room. But yeah, there's also screw type blocks here that if you shoot a little beam next to them like that over and over again, gets you up a little faster. Because we haven't talked about it in a while, but if you spin jump and then shoot a beam as soon as you get on top of a block, you immediately start moving. It's a frame saver throughout the run, but it's kind of a cool one. It's one that will save you time throughout the run, and you won't even notice it sometimes. Yeah, I love the movement there a lot too. It's very cool. And now it's time for the cutscene that actually like scared me a lot as a kid. Not the SCX narrative, not the zoom in on the SCX at all like early on to the game. Nothing about the environments being really creepy in general in this game, and there's being zombies and stuff everywhere. Nothing like that. At the end of this cutscene is a zoom in on Sams's face, and that scared me a lot as a kid. And I told people not to play this game because of the zoom in. I don't know why. That's a mistake. I love this game. I loved it as a kid too, even beyond that. I literally remember telling someone I knew growing up that to not play this game because it was scary, and that's the reason why I told him that. But yeah, Am locks you in here because he doesn't want you actually getting hurt at all, trying to defeat the SAXs and doing anything stupid, like, you know, get yourself killed. But also, she now realizes that is actually is Am right here that she's talking to. And zoom in time. Right here. There it is. That right there scared the crap out of me. I don't know why. It's just a random zoom in because she realizes it's Adam, you know? But yeah. Now we're gonna go to the very top of the ship. She talked to that Adam right there. And now the plan is to go ahead and go... The plan is to go ahead and go up to the very top of the main deck. Right around where we got missiles before. There is a self-destruct sequence to initiate up there, so we're gonna go do that and go destroy all the SAXs and escape. That is the plan now, because we couldn't do anything we couldn't do anything else at this point. This is the best we can do. If we don't destroy them now, they're gonna spread out and only multiply from there and destroy the whole universe, really. So we gotta cut off of the source right now. And that's what we're doing. I imagine he's probably gonna safety save here too because this fight's really hard. No, he's not. Okay. He's not gonna safety save. Cool. Let's go then. Might be the best game. It's a great game. This game's one of my favorites for sure. I was terrified as a kid too. But she's so cool though. Alright, so this is the SAX fight. This is the second to last fight of the game, the penultimate one, the one we've the game's been leading up to forever. So we're gonna freeze SAX right here, then keep shooting charges right at it. And unfortunately, Direct messed up a little bit there. That's alright. So we're gonna charge beam and then we're gonna missile, then charge beam, missile, charge beam, over and over again. As soon as you shoot the charge beam there, we're gonna immediately shoot the missile and freeze it, and then here's phase 2, where it just grows out of their shell, and then bam. And there we go, that's phase 2. And now it's on time for the Ice Beam Corax, so the hardest thing to build missile in the entire game. He's not even gonna go for it, that's totally fine. The way you go for it normally is you bait the Ice Beam Corax upwards, towards those platforms up there. And you fall down, and then shoots the... Oh, he's going for it. You kind of do like that. I don't think he got it there, but... Oh, did he? Was that 5 or 6? Someone let me know. Those are free? They're still hard. I still think they're hard. Compared to like diffusion doubles on Ridley, like I think they're harder at least. Yeah, I think he got one at the end there. I couldn't tell. Either way, very nice stuff from him. Now self-destruct sequence has been initiated, and he's gonna Sam is just gonna get the heck out of here. I'm not translating. No, I don't speak Japanese. I'm just commentating in English because I know this game very well. Which there's a few things to save time on the way out of here. First one being this room here. You can do what's called a zigzag. Kind of zigzag between the platforms, but right there you actually press down to fall, to just stop all momentum and go straight through them. That was actually really cool. I've never seen that one before. One last thing here you can do is do a Shine Spark and just do one last little low height Shine Spark right at the very bottom of this room and go right into the very end of the room. He did not get it, but he got a Shine Spark into the room here, which still saves a lot of time, so we take those. And it should be a 117, which is very solid. Dirack's PB is a 116.40, which is about to pass right here. So, very good. Very good, honestly. Very good run, I'd say. This is the Mega Metroid, the final boss of the game. Unfortunately, got defeated. Samus got defeated there. GG's, mission's over. Oh wait, what's this? Oh, it's the SAX. Alright, cool. There's the Ice Beam. Turn back to the SAX there, and as you can see right here, that's how you defeat the Mega Metroid. You gotta shoot diagonally upwards into it. But in terms of actually defeating it fast, you're gonna stand in a very specific part of the room here and just shoot upwards like this over and over again, and it'll keep it in a stun lock, and that's it. That's the fight. That's GG's. And that's the entire run right there. Time is gonna be as soon as we get face forward in the ship here. But that's GG's right there. And bam, that's time. Thank you, thank you. Will I run this game again? I got my own stuff going on, I'm sorry. I got my own streaming projects. I might do it for fun again someday, but right now I'm doing my own thing. I've run this game a lot over the years. But yeah. Hey, thank you everyone. I'm glad you enjoyed the commentary. I hope you all enjoyed the run in general, honestly. It's really fun always to be able to commentate games like this. I gotta do this is my third time doing it this weekend for RTA in Japan. I absolutely loved it. I hope in the future more like English free streams happen in general for like other marathons, because I would love to come on and just commentate stuff too in my own native language here. Thanks, Joseph. If you want to see my commentary from earlier this week too, check out the Klonoa run and also the Starbucks Assault race. I had commentary for both of them as well. Yeah, what Fiery Heart said there. On my own personal channel, I'm trying to beat every single DS game ever made, and that's taking my time right now. That's taking my time currently over speedrunning. I need the break anyways with speedrunning, but yeah, that's what I'm doing. But yeah, before we head off for the night though in this run, we do have to check the in-game time at the end of the credits, so gotta give us a few minutes on that one. Yeah, they're probably available after the events, or you can just check the VODs. There might be just a big VOD uploaded to YouTube afterwards for all I know. We'll see, I guess. You just try out Dark Soul. There's a lot of resources for this run too. Back in 2012, Curry Master made a tutorial for this game that helped me get into it back in 2014. So long ago. I think Herc is another run in this game. Made a tutorial as well too. Like that's more recent, more up to date. It's a very fun run. This game has a lot of personality with it in terms of like actually like going fast. There's a lot of resources on Speedrun.com for this if you want to run this game in general. If you want to see like good runs of this too, along with Metroid Dread and other games that Darack's running, be sure to follow him too. It's dgedarack. That's their Twitch. So be sure to give them a follow as well too if you want to see more runs of Metroid games, because they're very good. I got to meet Darack from Metroid Dread when the game came out. He was very nice. He was in my chat a lot back then. Very nice person. Yeah, the movement in this game is great. I really love the boss fights. The boss fights are what make the run so much fun. The boss fights are what keeps me coming back, along with 100%. 100% so much fun too. Just because of the movement at the end. JRP's always run this game. And Zero Mission and Super Metroid and stuff. But yeah, my guess is also 49 IGT. I think the PV is a 48 or 47 if I recall. That's like a minute and a half faster than this. It's a 47, just barely. There we go. Should be a 49, yeah. This game used to go by in-game time alone back in the day. I'm glad we switched off of that. That was a good decision. That's all I'm gonna say. We'll leave it at that. And 49, there we go. We're collecting items, I think it's 12? 12, there we go, yeah. So yeah, GG's to Darack there. GG's on the run. I think it's actually in general for the English restream of RTA in Japan, because I don't think there's anyone signed up for commentating the relay. So if you want to see the main channel for this, twitch.tv/RTA in Japan. Just RTAINJAPAN, like that. Someone just donated 100,000 yen. Holy moly! Okay. Spend the big bucks over here. Oh my goodness. But yeah, they're raising money right now for Doctors Without Borders, Medicine Sans Frontieres, the same charity that SGQ, Some Games Done Quick, raises money for every year. So yeah. Yeah, speaking of, might raid them in a second as well too. That's another thing. I'm not sure what the plan is. But yeah, next run is the final run of the marathon, the Donkey Kong Country Relay for all stages, and 8% for all stages for Donkey Kong Country 1, then 8% for 2 and 3. It'll be a very fun run. Oh, it's a relay. Duh. In my head, I was thinking relay race. There's like 6 or 9 runners. It's a relay. No, it's like 1, 2, 3 runs back to back to back. I don't know why it just hit me now. Whatever. It's late. But yeah, if this is the end, I think this might just be the end of the broadcast for us because there's no English commentary lineup for its next run. So, if we do raid the RTA In Japan marathon, then stick around for that run if you're up late like I am. Be a very fun one to watch. But yeah, if you talk in the RTA In Japan chat, it is all in Japanese in general. We'll raid them. Sweet, thank you. It is all in Japanese in general, so keep that in mind. They try to keep it only in Japanese in that channel, so yeah. But yeah, I guess I'll sign off for everyone here. Thank you again for SpeedGaming for doing this in the first place, because I'm really glad you did. I really I've loved doing this in general, like for the last few years, for like just for RTA In Japan. You know, this marathon's so cool. RTA In Japan itself grew really fast. It came out of nowhere and grew really, really fast, and like I'm happy to see another marathon like this just blow up as much as it did. It makes me want to go with myself someday, and like having it be accessible in another language like this is very, very good. And I hope that people continue to support this English rebroadcast of this, because it's I think very important. I think it's a very important thing. It's a very good thing that SpeedGaming does that I really want to support more in the future in general. But yeah, I won't keep you off for too much longer. Let's go ahead and raid them right now. If you want to follow me as well too, twitch.tv/mr_Shasta. I am this person right here in the chats. I'm trying to beat every single DS game ever made right now. That's my current content. Thank you, Mikons, appreciate it. That's my current content there. I also have speedrun for the last 8 years too. I'll go back and speedrun some stuff eventually again, but that's what I'm doing. I have done Meteos Disney Magic. I'm not done the original Meteos, but I've done the Disney spin-off, funnily enough. And it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun, honestly. At some point I'll do Metroid Prime Hunters again. I've spearrun Metroid Prime Hunters twice for GEQ now. I love that game, but we'll do that one again too at some point. It'll be a 100% playthrough. But yeah. That's all the shilling I got for now. Yeah, right now I've been walled on Etrian Odyssey. The final boss is absolute bullcrap. And I'm currently walled there 60 hours in. That's what I'm working on right now. Yeah, it's like the final boss does one attack at one point randomly that just wipes my whole party. Just absolutely wipes everything. It's really unfortunate. They'll just kind of do that, and I can't do anything about it. They're very mean. So I'm grinding on that, trying to get more levels. It's a whole thing.